Hey there, Alena Wilson here from Estimate Mastery, and today I want to talk all about Xactimate certification, what it is, where to get it, and is it worth getting it? All right, so that's what we're going to talk about today in this video. Let's go take a look. So let's start with why should you get it? I always like to start with the why you should do something, right? To make it meaningful for the what and the how, right? So why should you get certified as a user in Xactimate? Well, because it adds a level of authority like nothing else if you get certified in Xactimate. So if you're a contractor that's looking to get certified, I would say a couple things to you before you look at it. First of all, how's your book of business in Xactimate already? How's it running? If you've got a smooth, well-oiled machine where you're getting consistent returns, when you put an estimate out there to the adjuster, is he paying it quickly and easily? That's what I would say is a smooth, well-oiled machine. Then it would be time to start looking at certification. If you don't know how to write an estimate in Xactimate yet, if you, haven't written over 20 estimates at least, I would say, or if when you write an estimate, you're not sure it includes all the line items and everything like that, probably not time to get certified. I like to explain certification like this. It's like going to college for algebra to get your degree, all right? Are you going to use algebra every day? Probably not. What I need you to do is to have your bank account balanced first, then I can add a degree on top of it, right? I like to say it like this. Certification is like an icing on a cake. If your cake is full of sawdust and nails, you probably don't want to put delicious chocolate icing on that cake, right? But if what you're already doing, your business is running smoothly with Xactimate, you've got some things rocking and rolling, you've got some, of the water under the bridge, so to speak, then certification does add that layer of authority that helps your estimate get paid by the adjuster. So when you get certified, Xactimate provides you with a little logo that you can put on your business cards, the header of your company, letterhead if you want to, in your email signature. And then also you get a certification number that you can put in the company header in Xactimate saying, level 1, Xactimate certified, and then your number to give authority to your estimate, because 98% of adjusters are not certified to use the software. So when you, as a contractor, become certified, again, extra level of authority for you out there in the industry that people recognize. And I've had members who got certified report back by adding that icon, adding the number in their company header and Xactimate, that the adjuster sat up and listened because they knew they had a level of certification that the adjuster did not have. The other thing you can do is leverage that certification to your advantage. So what I mean by that is when you submit the estimate and the adjuster says, no, we're not going to pay a ridge starter, none of those accessories were damaged by hail, no, we're not going to pay overhead and profit. You can come back and say, well, here's what Xactimate says it includes. Here's what code requires. Here's what Xactware says, or Verisk says about overhead and profit. It's not included at the line item level. I'm certified. Are you certified, Mr. Adjuster, to use this program? And they say no. Say, I need to speak to someone in your organization who has the same level of certification that I have. So that's really the why as a contractor that you would get certified. If you're an adjuster, public adjuster, independent adjuster watching this, the certification actually is a resume enhancer. There are some third-party adjusting firms and other avenues that they won't hire you without certification. It's not become rampant yet, but it definitely is a resume enhancer since most people who use Xactimate are not certified to do so. With that being said, let's go take a look at how we get certified. So it is a sketch heavy process. So if you're a roofing exterior contractor or you're new to the industry and haven't written many estimates, that's why I say you've got to have some water under the bridge with Xactimate in general before you go to take the exam or go to look at taking the exam, because it's interior sketch heavy. And if you don't use interior or sketch all that much, or if you're brand new to the software, it can be a little, hard to overcome some of the skill sets that you're going to need to take the exam. What I would recommend is if you're someone who doesn't use Sketch on a daily basis, measure your own home. So like this office, I would measure it. I've got a window here, window there. There's a door over here to the office. I would learn in Sketch, I would go ahead and measure all of the dimensions of windows, doors, and the room and start to play around with Sketch. I would actually recommend you do your whole house eventually, and that will set you up for success for going to pass the exam. So let me show you what the exam prep doc looks like really quick here. Just going to share my screen. So this prep doc is available. If you email info@estimatemastery.com, we'll shoot you a copy. We also have a discount code for the price of the exam. I'll get into that here in just a bit, but you can ask for those two things by emailing info@estimatemastery.com. There are level 1, 2, and 3 exams for you to take. Start out with level 1, guys. That is going to get you heads above the rest of the industry, all right? Then we can look at getting you level 2 and then possibly 3 certified later on. Level 3, the sketch, to be honest, is quite intense. So let's just look at level 1 if you aren't certified already. It'll get you heads above the rest for sure. So what does it take? Well, let me just go ahead and show you what the floor plan looks like. Probably the hardest thing on this floor plan is going to be the stairs, if you haven't done stairs before, or these little pop-outs. Okay, so I've got videos on YouTube about how to create, a wall that pops out in the middle of a wall. I've got some tutorials on some of the other components to the sketch. But all you would need to do is sketch this floor plan, and then they give you a prescription of line items. And they give you all the specifics of the size of the windows and doors and what have you. But then they'll prescribe some line items that you need to add. Here we go. Haul debris, tear out the wet drywall, all of this. So if you're a roofing contractor, you're going to look at this and your eyes are going to cross. It's okay. Give yourself the grace. If you want to get certified, just give yourself grace, space, and time to sit down with this document and just, do this multiple times, and it'll become like a second hat to you. It really will. I've been doing this for 9 years, and I've seen it happen where people who don't know how to use Sketch just dip their toe in the water, start practicing, and they become proficient. And even if you never use Sketch again, that's what I was saying, that certification sort of like going to an algebra class and getting your degree, right? You might be learning a skill that you might not use out in the field practically, but having that diploma, having that certification is worth learning a new skill so that you can achieve that level of authority, right? So that's what I would say. You just want to make sure that, you have the space and time to practice. Going back to that document there, once you've added all the line items to your sketch, there's also a roof that they'll have you sketch and roof items there, just so that you can see what's going on. And then they'll ask you questions on the amount of material that you've added. So this is where the exam really gets to the meat and potatoes. Filling out the exam questions, it's just like this, except for it's a digital version. So what is the square footage of the floor in the kitchen? You would go to the kitchen, look at the properties of the kitchen, and grab the total square feet of the floor and the other rooms. And the test question here, that's going to be your pass or fail. Okay, so there's going to be, I believe there's 40 practical questions on the current exam for level 1. And it's going to be just like this, right? They've taken away what used to be called the knowledge questions. There used to be these multiple choice questions. As of right now, when I'm making this video, they don't have knowledge questions. It's just the practical, going back to your sketch dimensions and going back to the amount of material and labor that you're adding to your estimate. Okay, so that's how you get certified. And then if you need to go to the next step after you've done your prep, you're feeling really good in this document, you've sketched this 3 or 4 times, you know what to do. I say it's time to go ahead and order that exam. And you will go to this link right here. I'll make sure to put this below the YouTube video and so that you can see the link. It's a little hard to navigate the Verisk site. You can go to verisk.com and then use this little magnifying glass right here and search certification. And then it'll give you some options. I just chose certification home, and that's how I got here. So this is Get Xactimate Certified. That's where you'd go to order the exam. We have a discount code for 15% off. You can email info@estimatemastery.com and they will send that over to you. The other thing that you can do is check out the certification directory. So once you get Xactimate certified, click there, take your exam, do all of that. By the way, when you order the exam, you have a year from when you order to not only sketch and add the line items, but to take the exam. Don't wait a year. What I would do is I would clear off a block in my schedule, maybe 2 or 3 days, take an hour or 2 and block it off to go and complete the exam. The thing that I don't want you to do is buy this and let it sit on the shelf. I like people who take the action and complete a goal. And that's how you do it, is you time block. So take 2 or 3 days, 1 to 2 hours per day, work on the sketch, get those items added, and get that exam done, because you're going to feel so great once you get that certification in hand, because then you can start to have those conversations with the adjusters about, you hold a authority in the industry that not many people have. The other thing that I wanted to show you on this page, again, I'll put this link down below the video, is the certification directory. What's cool about Certification Directory, once you get certified, even level 1, you're going to be listed in a national database that the adjuster can go and actually see, oh, yeah, Alena Wilson is certified. That's pretty cool. So that you can see others who are certified. It's a really quite a cool thing to see that there are level 1, 2, and 3 people in your city or state. And then one last thing that might pop into your head, you see Get Trainer Certified here. You can become a certified trainer of Xactimate. And what that means is that you're rubber stamped by Xactware Verisk to teach the software, that you know what you're doing, that you have a certain level of proficiency in order to teach the Xactware software, Verisk software. And so you have to have level 3 certification. You have to actually go and get certified there at their offices. They might be doing it virtually. I think they're still doing it virtually, but you can become a trainer in Xactimate. And that's what I am. I'm an Xactware certified trainer at this moment in time. And, the first time I got, I think it was in 2014, and it lagged a little bit, and then I re-upped the last 2 years. I've re-upped, and I am now a certified trainer. And we have another coach, Coach Todd, in our business here at Estimate Mastery. He's also a certified trainer. So it's just getting level 1. Again, you don't need to be a certified trainer in order to get results using and leveraging the certification as a contractor. You just need level 1. So reach out to us, info@estimatemastery.com. We look forward to hearing from you. Any other questions, put them in the comments down below. I look forward to hearing you. Of course, if you like this kind of content, be sure to like and subscribe. If it's your jam to hear everything Xactimate, I'm your girl. So anytime a video is released, if you click that subscribe button, it'll give you a little notification. So if you're interested in what we offer here at Estimate Mastery, our Xactimate training for contractors, be sure to check out estimatemastery.com. We have more information over there. Hope you have a great week in your business, and I'll see you next week.